I can't even grieve. I don't sleep, you know, nothing.
It's been 2 days since Eric Carey's 17-year-old son Aaron was shot in the head outside a party in the 1200 block of South Loomis in the University Village neighborhood.
It's hard enough losing your child in such a mindless act as a shooting. He was the victim of a shooting in this particular case. But I think perhaps it's even worse knowing that your child's life could have been saved.
This video shows Aaron Carey covered in a white sheet on the ground, still breathing on scene. He lay there for 15 minutes before paramedics started doing CPR.
If they seen my son laying there with a gunshot wound to his head, you don't throw a sheet over his head and walk to the next person. First of all, did you check and see if he even had a pulse?
The Chicago Fire Department says the first ambulance arrived on scene at 5 a.m. Monday, and because of the multiple shooting victims, started to triage. They described Carey's head injury as catastrophic and say they believed he was the least viable patient. Taking priority, fire officials say, were two other victims, one with an arterial bleed who was shot in the arm and another person shot in the leg.
When you come on scene as a trained paramedic or as a trained first responder, I would think and I would hope the most injured person gets lifted off first.
When I showed that doctor the video, because the video went viral, how long he sat there later, all he did was like, they're not doing anything, they're not touching him, they're not giving him oxygen, they're giving him CPR and stuff, and it's clearly that you can see that my son's chest was rising and falling.
The Chicago Fire Department says Aaron Carey was not declared dead on scene and is conducting an investigation to figure out who put the sheet over him. His father is considering legal action and wants answers.
I have to take care of my family, and I have to find justice for my child. That's my job.
The Chicago Fire Department says as part of its internal investigation, it is now in the process of interviewing all first responders who were on that scene that morning, as well as reviewing all radio traffic.